Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22. It is now time for round 10 of our championship. It is time for the Sachsenring. It's time for the German GP. So starting from 6th place on the grid, we will have an opportunity to have the inside line, but it will be difficult to beat the other riders on the brakes. So once again guys, if you're new to the channel, we are only using power setting 1 for the MotoGP career mode. So now into the right hand side for turn 1 for the very first time of asking. Change of direction here, and we will hopefully get some positions. We make massive contact, but I think it was either Zarco or Jorge Martin. It went so fast. It is Johan Zarco to the right hand side, then the man with the TCX boots gives him away. So now with the change of direction, we slide up on the inside of the man who's currently in 2nd place in the World Championship, Fabio Quartararo. Now up on the left hand side, we'll position into another left-hander. Of course, the Sachsenring renowned for its left-hand corners, so we'll try and sneak up on the inside of Enea Bastiani, which we do quite well, and regain some vital positions. So already up into 4th place to start this one. Aleix Espargaro, Brad Binder, and the Suzuki of Joan Mir leading the showing so far. So since the Sachsenring Grand Prix is a very short lap, there will be 8 laps in this German GP. So down into the waterfall section and then into another left-hander for the Saxon curve for turn 12. The Aprilia ahead of us is a little bit slower upon the entry going into the Queckenberg. A lot of the AI riders are, so I'm going to try and sneak up on the inside, avoiding touching the apex. We didn't quite make the move stick there, but the power setting has been still remaining on 1. Of course, it would have been a great opportunity to increase, but we are no longer in changing the power. In fact, since the beginning in Qatar, we haven't changed the power setting once. We've been using power setting 1 for the majority of the races. In fact, all of the races so far, and that's the way it will stay till the end of this championship. But look at that on the inside. Beautiful change of direction there. Aleix Espargaro will have the inside line, so we unfortunately can't quite make it stick, but a little bit more contact going into the 5th corner, which is again another left-hander. We hold on to the position. That's a long overtake. It was an overtake that was coming, but didn't actually make it fruition until the next couple of corners. So great stuff as we move past the Aprilia at this stage of the Grand Prix, back into those podium spots and hoping to continue our podium streak. So now into the left-hand side for turn 10. Got to eagerly bring on the power here and also very gently turn the bike over. You move it too quickly there and you get a little bit too tight to the apex, but fast upon the acceleration, then deep on the brakes with the Saxon curve. Can we make mincemeat of Brad Binder here? Not quite close enough yet, but I do like a good lunge into the Queckenberg and right on cue, sneaking up on the inside of the KTM. The LCR Honda goes into 2nd place. So a 2nd advantage is Joan Mir, but Brad Binder's not done yet. We will outbrake the South African and start going into the 1st corner in 2nd place. Joan Mir then, so it is the Suzuki leading the way. The former MotoGP World Champion, the MotoGP World Champion of 2020, of course. I'm feeling quite confident that we can pull back this advantage. We were marginally quicker than the Suzuki ahead of us in the previous lap. Now, bear in mind, we did actually make a few overtakes. We got into a bit of a tussle with Aleix Espargaro this time last corner, or at least last lap, should I say. So, let's find out. Let's keep on pushing, and hopefully we can chase down Joan Mir. So into the left-hand side for turn 8, very tight to the apex we go. We're going to bring on the power, run it a little bit wide to that apex, then he can bring it in nice and tight for the left-handers for turn 9 and then into turn 10. Quick change of direction now for turn 11, don't go too tight to the apex, hit the ride height device, and we are closing in on the former MotoGP World Champion. Back to winning ways it could be here in the Sachsenring. I do very much enjoy this circuit. It's one of those tracks that really, I could say I didn't like for a long time, and then MotoGP 21, I think something just clicked, and I actually really like the circuit now. It's so unique in its own way that I've begun to appreciate this German GP, and unfortunately in real life the races aren't really much cop. There's never particularly that interesting, but right now we're in a good situation, in pursuit of a Suzuki that is leading. It's been leading for a couple of laps now, and the gap has come down marginal, hasn't it? A couple of tenths here and there, but it's down to 7/10 of a second. But as long as that Suzuki gets closer, we have a chance of getting the victory. That would be what, our 2nd, 3rd victory of the season? I think it would be the 3rd. I think we did back-to-back wins, and unfortunately haven't seen the top step since. So now onto the left-hand side once more. Difficult corner for turn 8. Never seem to be consistent with the 8th corner here in Sachsenring, but now into turn 9, keeping in nice again for turn 10. Easy. Going a little bit too tight to the apex there can certainly send you off wide there, and unfortunately we lost a bit of time to Joan Mir ahead of us. A tenth of a second goes into the back pocket of Joan Mir as we run it a little bit deep there. Oh, goodness me. Oh, heart rate monitor really captured that moment, didn't it? I felt like I lost the front then. We just had this small moment where I used the rear brake to try and correct myself, and the bike went really weird. Felt the vibrations, and I tell you what, the heart rate monitor is getting high. 131 now up to 132 because the pressure is looming. I must be one of a very small statistic of the people who get this intense about playing a video game. Let me know in the comment section down below if your heart races when you're in some of these battles and you're in some of these races. For me, it just always skyrockets, and I guess that's the best part about the heart rate monitor. I should probably include it in a lot more races, to be honest with you, but getting back to the action, I'm still not giving up, and this stage of the Grand Prix, you could think that really, take the points. Quartararo's down in 6th, Bagnaia in 8th, the two championship protagonists behind us are not featuring much in this Grand Prix, and we're closing in. We are closing in on Joan Mir. The heart rate is still increasing yet, and Joan Mir is getting that step closer to us. This is what we need. Sink your teeth into the rear of the Suzuki and give it everything going into the left-hand side. So from the waterfall section down into the Saxon curve, bringing on the power once more, and hopefully get closer enough to get into the slipstream for the Queckenberg. Here we go, into the left-hand side for 13. The final corner here in Sachsenring. The end of lap 5 is come to its conclusion, and we do set the fast lap of the race. 1:19.2 for the man on your screens right now. The 47 in pursuit. Oh, we messed it up into turn 1. Too eager on the front brake there. Pressed it just a smidgen too hard, and that has really cost us. But I tell you what, actually, it hasn't cost us too much. We're still looming. 0.2 of a second behind Joan Mir we are now. 0.4 of a second, 0.5. It's hovering. It's certainly oscillating around those small amount of times. Pecco Bagnaia has gone down. The disaster in real life, going 91 points behind, is beginning to become a reality in this virtual video game. Seems the same here. Computer game or not, Pecco Bagnaia crashes in the Saxon curve. That is a damn shame for Pecco Bagnaia. So now into the left-hand side for turn 9. A little bit deep for turn 10, then to bring it back in to keep it nice and tight. Heart rate monitor just relaxing ever somewhat, but it's still game on here in the German GP. Weight down to the waterfall section, nice and late on the brakes. We do close in quite well here for the 12th corner, and this is our opportunity. Would be really easy if we didn't have to use power setting 1, but that is part of the challenge, ladies and gentlemen. Now to the left-hand side. Are we going to see a first 1:18 lap of the day? Not quite, but it's once again an improvement. The 1:19.168. Joan Mir, though, still 0.7 of a second ahead. The heart rate monitor's up to 143 now. Wow. Pressure is on. You'd think I'd be riding for the DrAce PSP Championship. You'd think with this rate, this heart rate is certainly looking like we'd be competing in such an incredible amount of talent and pressure. But for now, it's just against the 120% difficulty here in MotoGP 22. I take this seriously. I want to win, damn it. Oh, a little bit tight to the apex. That's cost us only 33,000th, almost 1/10 of a second. It's beginning to be a little bit too difficult now. Are we going to go gung-ho? A little bit wide? I think that's it, guys. I don't think we can catch him. I'm still pushing, but 0.8 of a second. I think it's gone. I think I've kind of blown it for us here in the Sachsenring. I really didn't want to lose this, but unfortunately, it looks like the man on board the Suzuki is just getting away somewhat. 0.8 of a second with 1 lap to go. I don't think I can do that much better. We're 0.2. Yeah, 0.2 down on this lap time compared to the other one. Across the line we will go. Oh, Joan Mir responded. A 1:19.134. 34,000th of a second goes faster. Does Joan Mir? I think that's it. I don't think I can... Well, never say never on the DrAce channel, but still, I'm going to push to the end. I don't want to crash. I really don't want to end up blowing this one. 20 crucial championship points here. Do we really launch it down the road at this stage? It's a long championship. The pressure, the heart rate. I like how I decided to change the colour for the sort of gauge. It looks even more intense when it turns red like that. I like it. Very much like it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the heart rate monitor. But anyway, back to the action. 0.5 of a second it is. This one is not yet over. I could take more laps of this one. I really could. Give me more German GP and I'm happy. 0.6 of a second. Joan Mir holds on for now. Can he hold on any longer? We go off of the track ever so slightly, but firm on the brakes we go. Into the Saxon curve for the final time of asking. It's not going to be enough. It'd be a crazy lunge if we were to take it from here. I guess we're going to concede a second place. Brilliant performance from Joan Mir. Well deserved, but this one, look at that. We got absolutely brilliant drive across the line. And I think that might have been a 1:18 lap time. What an effort. So ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't a 1:18 lap. We were 1,000 of a second away from a 1:19 flat. But I gave it everything there. Joan Mir wins, we in second, and then Brad Binder gets his first podium of the season. I don't believe we've seen the KTM on the podium yet. So brilliant job for the South African. A look at the championship standings, and our championship lead has increased, now up to 28 points. Pecco Bagnaia slips down the order once more, 72 points behind, and Joan Mir moves up to 4th after the victory here in the German GP. A look at the Teams Championship. My goodness, LCR Honda at the top. We and Alex Marquez at the top of the pile, with Ducati Lenovo team pretty much dead on with us, and Prima Pramac Racing in 3rd, 17 points behind. And finally we conclude with the Constructors' Championship. Ducati still leading the way quite comfortably at this point, with 29 points clear from Honda and 58 clear from Yamaha. But guys, that is it from me. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing, and consider becoming a member for exclusive emojis and priority comments in the chat. Thanks for watching guys, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.